In this video, I'm going to give you some passive income ideas. So hey, I'm Lopez, coming at you from LopezTheSame.com. And in this video, I want to talk about passive income ideas. And I truly believe that every human being goal on this planet should be to have passive income, meaning that every month you should see your income coming in the same or better. So every month you should have that same source of income coming in, and it should be getting bigger, bigger, and better, bigger every month. So some people will call it residual income, and some people call it passive income. But the idea is you want to start something, side hustle, business, part-time business, or maybe just a full-fledged 100% full-time business. You want to start something that you can build, that the income will be consistently coming in month after month after month. And there's 3 of these types of incomes that I'm going to talk about, and there's 2 of them I'm already doing as we speak. And the last one, I can talk about it, but I haven't actually done it yet. So the first way to have passive income is to start a publishing business. Now, the publishing business, in my opinion, is one of the best businesses on planet Earth. Now, when I say the publishing business, I know it's a kind of a broad term that a lot of people use. They kind of just throw it out there. Hey, I'm starting a publishing business. I'm publishing this, publishing that, publishing this. It's kind of a broad term. See, when most people say they start in a publishing business, they just assume that it's a book. But actually, no. It's much bigger than a book. It could be a book, could be a DVD, could be video, could be online courses, could be music. It could be anything in the digital format today. And the best part about starting a publishing business is you don't have to go at it alone. You can hire people or find people to intern with you, and you can actually pay people as well. Pay as they go. When I got started in the publishing business, I actually went at it alone, which is I'm not saying it's hard. I'm not saying it's the hard way to go, but it takes a little bit more time to get things done. And I write all my books, but you don't necessarily have to write all your books. You can hire somebody to write your books if you're going to go the book route. If you want to go the music route, you don't necessarily have to create the music. You can license music or have some type of partnership with somebody, and y'all, I guess y'all can have it set up where it's like every time someone buys the music, you get a certain percentage, and the other person get a certain percentage. So you don't necessarily have to be the creator. You can you can license the music or create partnerships and hire people to help you do all of this. So that's the good thing about being in the publishing business. Today, it's much more easier compared to when I got started. I remember when I got started, you could not self-publish without going through a wholesale company, and you had to buy a certain amount of books up front. You had to pay up front. But today, you don't have to do that. You can set up your you can set up everything online, and it's a lot of print-on-demand companies that'll do everything, do the shipping, everything. You don't have to do anything. All someone has to do, all you have to do is send someone to your website, or or give somebody the link wherever it's connected to, and they'll buy from your link or buy from your website. And that's it. The company do everything. They do the shipping, they do the printing, the pricing, everything is already said. You don't have to do a thing. You don't have to lift a finger. Now that was unheard of 15, 20 years ago. That didn't exist. So the publishing business is where it's at, man. Because online, if you really think about it, you can almost sell anything's for sale online. Whatever you want to buy, go to Google and Google it. 9 times out of 10, somebody's selling it. Somebody has a website, or somebody has something that you want to buy for sale. So the publishing business is big, and it's not going anywhere, and we're only just getting started. If you think there's a lot of websites online for things to sell now, wait until the next 10, 20 years. You're going to be blown away with all the new technology that's going to be out. So, in the beginning, when it comes to getting in the publishing business, you might it might take you a little time to see revenues come in. But once you have an audience, and once you have people that's willing to pay you every month after month, you can kind of, relax a little bit. Think about Netflix. Think about Amazon Prime. These companies have people paying them every month, over and over and over again, Which brings me to my second way to make passive income is you can start a community. You can have a membership site. And like I said, Netflix, that's a membership site. That's a community. Amazon Prime, that's that's kind of like that's a membership. Well, Amazon, Amazon is really a retail site. Really, it really is. But they've added different layers to it. And like Amazon Prime is like the DVD movie / membership side of Amazon. I remember when Amazon first came out, they were just selling books, strictly books. And then they started selling accessories. And then they started selling furniture. And then they started selling clothes. And on and on and on. So there's different layers of Amazon, Amazon Prime just happens to be a department where it's for movies, and people pay them every month. It's a community. It's like a membership site. It's like an extension of Amazon, of the Amazon brand itself. So think about that. And then you got Netflix. It just is what it is, just movies. You can stream the movies online or on your television. But it is what it is. So just think about it like that. These are people are paying them every month for a service. So whenever you get started in any type of business, you don't want it to be a one-off type deal. Just pay one time and kick rocks. You don't want it to be like that. It's okay to start off like that, but long term, you want to think about how do I get more people, or how do I attract a certain group of people that's willing to pay every month for a product, a service, or something. And it doesn't matter what you do. You got to think about it like that. How do I keep the residual income coming in every month? Think about it like that. So it could be a membership site, it could be a community, it could be something that people are willing to pay for. And a lot of times, you're going to have to do a little research, or you're going to have to survey. You might have to do a survey, or, sometimes you got to dig deep before you leap, you know. But hey, those are the two passive income strategies that I've used, you know. But in the last way to have passive income, and this is something I've never done, is real estate. I haven't gotten to real estate yet. But real estate, you got to think about it. Everyone needs a place to stay, you know. And when I say real estate, I'm not talking about just buying residential houses and whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about apartment complexes. I'm talking about commercial buildings. I'm talking about especially apartment complexes, because everyone is always going to be able to stay. There's a certain group of people in America are always going to flock towards apartments, townhouses, condos. That's just what it is. You know, people aren't necessarily buying houses the way they used to, and it's really the way the housing market is going. It's really hard to win if you buy a bunch of houses and try to rent them out. That's just not. It's just not as easy as it used to be, you know. And it's really, that's kind of going about it small, you know, when it comes to that. Because if you don't have anybody renting these houses, then you don't have any money coming in. But so it's a much better option to have apartment complexes, even if it's 12, 15, 36, 48 rooms, you know, because it's really a numbers game. See, if you have 28 rooms in an apartment complex, you're much better off having more renters versus than buying 10 houses. You know, it's just a numbers game. And it takes a lot of maintenance to really maintain houses. It really does, you know. And it takes more marketing and promotion to get people in those houses and to get people to stay in those houses. It really does. If you really think about it, if you do your own research. But like I said, I'm not going to go deep into real estate because I actually haven't done it yet. But I know people that have done it, and they're very successful at doing it. But they've been doing it for a long time, and they made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. You know, and a lot of the mistakes and a lot of the pitfalls they've had was based on the market. But they said if they had to do it all over again, they would have started with apartment complexes first. But a lot of people started with houses, which is a big mistake, you know. And there's this mentality in America that a house is a great asset. But no, a house, or anything for that matter, is only a great asset if it's making you money. If it's not making you money, it's either a liability or it's just some place for you to live. That's all it is. I mean, you can go out and buy a house all you want if you want to live there with your family or your wife and kids, but that's just for lavish living. It ain't making you no money. That's just reality. It's either an asset or a liability, and that's just what it is. So I think about it like this: everything that I do, almost everything that I do, at least over 90%, everything that I do, I always figure out how can I make money with this? How can I capitalize off this? That's how I think. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a car. I don't care if it's a book. I don't care if it's a product online. I don't care if it's music. I don't care if it's audio, video, DVD, whatever it is. I always think about in the long term, how can I capitalize off this? How can I make money off this? How can I keep the money flowing in from this? That's how I think. And I would highly advise you to think the same way, you know. And so, see, a lot of people out here, they'll tell you how to save money. They'll tell you how to make money, but they won't tell you how to multiply money. I'm gonna say that again. There's a lot of people out here that will tell you how to make money, save money, but they don't tell you how to multiply money. And I don't know about you, but I didn't grow up in a household where money was being taught and talked about very much or very often, you know. So that's about it for this video. So if you like what you heard, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Check out my website, lopezhussein.com. Until next time, see you in the next video. Peace.